So you guys are entering Star Wars territory with the price of your autographs. So watch
I
them
wish it was
showing
the
up on
price of our
eBay.
paycheck.
That's all we care about.
Yeah. Care about the autograph thing.
Okay. Well, my first question is for Halle. Question about wind machines. Now, when your character is Storm and you're invoking all this weather conditions, how much do you come to hate the guys who operate the wind machines?
Well, luckily I like these guys. The wind, that compared to what some people had to go through, like Rebecca and all her makeup, the wind really wasn't. I hated the harness, I think, a lot more, that made me fly, more than the wind machine.
I hated to be strapped into that wall at the Statue of Liberty.
That wasn't good.
It was not pleasant.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, actually, I was going to ask you about the harness thing. It's kind of like a Peter Panish type thing. How well do you get to know the guys who operate that? And do you make sure that they're in a good mood every day when you come to the set?
Well, you hope they are, but you get to know them well because they strap you in places, that you haven't really seen lately, so.
Vulnerable.
You're very vulnerable, yeah.
Okay, Famke, I got a question. Now, you engage in some fighting in this thing. Now, how much did the Bond experience come in handy with this movie?
Not really. I mean, I played a very physical character in the Bond movie, and in this one I play the cerebral character, so I don't really have any action sequences that I had to participate in. I mean, I never fight in this film. I never do anything physical.
I thought
There was one
I
scene
just
you wanted
use
to
my
get
mind.
out of the
Yeah.
window
I-
and you try and squeeze Magneto to death with your legs.
No, that was a wrong movie.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, I'm just curious, there's been a lot of attention paid to this movie. Now, the whole secrecy thing, were you amazed at how much thought went into keeping the plot secret?
No, I like that because I really think that today everybody knows about film so much. And it's a very difficult audience to please at this point because everybody is very sophisticated in a sense. Everybody's seen every kind of movie with special effects and everything. So it's nice when you have some secrets left somewhere. And then, that's something for people to look forward to. The moment you know every single detail, it's just hard to please.
Okay. One actor I interviewed earlier this week was Patrick Stewart, and here's a man, this great theater experience, that great voice. Now, how enthralling for you to act opposite him?
It was the second time. I did an episode of Star Trek opposite him years ago. So I was kind of, used to the experience a little bit working with him, but he's great. He's so nice. He's a good person and a great actor.
Okay, James, a question for you. Now, the sunglasses. In these days when props disappear from the sets of movies, now, how conscious were they of those sunglasses not walking away from the set?
I don't think they were that conscious of it because I got away with it. No, they actually were very nice. The producer was very nice enough to give me a pair at the end of the movie, so. They had plenty of them. I mean, I think they had maybe 6 or 7 pairs. They were used differently. There was one pair that I could see through that I was just used to walk around and deliver my lines, and there was one that lit up with a light in it that I couldn't see anything out of, and they'd have to, lead me around the set. So they had plenty of them.
Now, how unnerving was it for you the first time you wore those on the set? I mean, because you look supremely self-confident.
Yeah.
But how unnerving?
Well, yeah. I discovered how I thought I was very self-confident when I put them on. And we talk about the first scene when we were in our costumes, and there was the shot of us coming up on the island, the Liberty Island, and we all had to all 4 of us, the X-Men, we had to jump over this little wall that was like 1.5 feet tall, and all of us tripped and racked ourselves, and no. So you really feel like you don't really feel like a superhero in the costumes. The costumes are very restricting. You can't bend your joints, and I can't see anything basically out of my visor and huge boots. So you don't feel like you could whoop anyone really.
Now, a question for all 3 of you. I mean, the studio must be thinking sequel at some point. At what point, when you're doing your contracts, does that word come up?
It's something that seems to be discussed a lot, especially right now, but it's all dependent on the success of the film in the first place and how people are going to respond to it. Then we're all going to change characters, we said, probably. I was going to play Wolverine, Halle was going to play Cyclops.
Mystique. No.
Mystique. She wants 8 hours of makeup next time.